ever had one of those moments where something tiny, like stubbing your toe or your favorite snack disappearing, suddenly makes you want to flip a table? Yep, me too. And if you have ADHD, you probably know that anger can go from 0 to Mount Vesuvius in zero point 0.2 seconds. But here's the thing, you're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. ADHD and anger go together like peanut butter and jelly, if the jelly was constantly spilling everywhere and the peanut butter was super hard to spread. Frustrating, right? So, why does this happen? Well, ADHD brains have impulse control issues, which is just a fancy way of saying we feel everything intensely and don't always have time to think before we react. Our emotions hit like a tsunami, and by the time we realize we're mad, we're already in full Hulk mode. But it's more than just impulse control. ADHD also messes with emotional regulation, which means feelings don't just appear, they explode and linger way longer than they should. Someone cuts you off in traffic? Most people shrug it off. You're still fuming about it 20 minutes later, replaying the scene in your head like an action movie villain planning revenge. Next time, I shall honk louder! Okay, so now that we know why it happens, what can we do about it? Let's get into real situations, because no one wants to keep apologizing for snapping at their microwave when the popcorn burns. Step 1, hit the pause button. When you feel that anger bubbling up, pause. Like, literally. Stop whatever you're doing and acknowledge it. Say, out loud if you have to, I am angry because... It sounds simple, but it works. Naming your emotions actually gives your brain a second to catch up. It turns an automatic reaction into a conscious choice. And if you can't quite put your feelings into words, just yell, wait! In your head. Give yourself a second to breathe. Still feeling the rage? Step 2. Move your body. Anger is energy. It's like having a bunch of over-caffeinated squirrels running around in your chest. And the best way to deal with that? Let it out. Shake it off. Like, literally, shake your arms, jump up and down, move around. Go for a walk. The movement helps your brain process emotions faster. Do something ridiculous. Ever tried singing your frustration in an opera voice? Why is the dishwasher so loud? Instant mood shift. The key is to break the cycle before your brain goes into rage mode. Step 3. Use the power of distraction. Look, sometimes you just need to give your brain something else to do. The trick is to distract yourself before anger takes over. Funny videos. Seriously, watching a cat fail a jump can instantly reset your mood. Chew gum. Weird, but it engages your brain just enough to interrupt the anger. Count something random, like how many blue things can you see in the room? Your brain will switch gears to focus on that instead. You can't stay mad while counting socks. It's scientifically impossible. Step 4. Laugh at yourself. Humor is like a cheat code for emotional regulation. It helps take the power away from anger. Picture yourself in a movie trailer about your own frustration. One man, one broken coffee maker, and the rage unlike any other. Imagine your anger as a tiny dramatic cartoon character throwing a tantrum. Or just remind yourself, wow, I almost went full Godzilla over a Wi-Fi lag. It's okay to be mad, but sometimes a little perspective goes a long way. Step 5. Let it go. Yep, like the song. Sometimes the best way to deal with anger is to drop it like a bad habit. Not everything needs a reaction. Ask yourself, will this still matter in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days? If the answer is no, let it go. Redirect your focus to something that actually deserves your energy. Look, ADHD anger is real, but it doesn't have to control you. You're not a bad person for getting upset. You just have a brain that feels deeply and reacts quickly. And with practice, patience, and maybe a few deep breaths, you can learn to manage it. Because at the end of the day, you deserve peace. You deserve patience. And most importantly, you deserve Wi-Fi that actually works.